In less than a minute, here's the top news story you need to know today. It's election day across the U.S., and here are the main races that you need to watch. The first one, of course, is the highly anticipated New York City mayoral race, which pits newcomer Zohran Mamdani, who's 34 years old, a Muslim Democratic Socialist, against the former New York governor, Andrew Cuomo. It looks like Mamdani's going to pull it off, and so the questions Democrats will be asking themselves is whether this is a fluke and specific to New York City, or whether it's a pattern to continue to win in the Trump era. And then you want to watch the New Jersey and Virginia governor races. In Virginia, it seems likely that Democrat will pull off the win. In New Jersey, it's very close, and President Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama have both endorsed candidates on either side. It's not yet clear who really the frontrunner of that race is. And then finally, you'll want to follow the Prop 50 vote in California, which is a vote to redistrict the House districts in California to give Democrats 5 more seats. Remember, Republicans started doing this at the behest of Donald Trump and have so far redistricted 9 new congressional seats. If you appreciate these news roundups, click follow, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Lock in, fuck niggas. We only have 364 days left until the midterm election, and my job is to help you understand the jobs that people are running for and who's running for these jobs. And today's the 2025 election day, and since people are questioning if Omar Fonta or Zohran Mamdani can do the things they say they can do, we about to break down what a mayor does. But first, if you fuck with me, make sure you hit that follow button. Let's get it. So what we first need to understand is that a city runs just like the government. With the federal government, there's 3 branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Same thing goes with your local government. Instead of calling it a federal government, we call it a municipal government. Your city council is considered the legislative branch, the judicial branch is still the court, and the mayor is considered the chief executive. And the mayor has a lot of responsibilities. First, they're in charge of departments and agencies. They're in charge in hiring the police chief or even the fire chief. They also focus on the infrastructure such as roads and parks, and also work with the prosecutors. The mayor is basically the president of that city, and that president needs help, so that's why they hire a city administrator, which again the mayor hires. They also focus on approving budgets and policies around the cities, and they're also known as the face of that city, going around talking to people and understanding where they're coming from so they can make a city a better place. So when Omar Fonta says that he wants to increase the budget for homelessness, or when Zohran Mamdani says he wants to make busing free, it is possible. And make sure you go on and vote because it's serious.
It's Tuesday, November 4th. It is election day in many places in the United States. So if you live in New York City, you can vote for Zohran Mamdani, who wants to make the city affordable for people who live there. I don't know if he'll be able to do that, but that's his platform, and taxing rich people. Or you could vote for sex pest Andrew Cuomo, who, after one of his former subordinates, a young woman, sued him for sexual harassment, he filed court motions to try to access her gynecological records. That choice seems pretty clear. If you live in Virginia, you get to cast your ballot for governor. You can vote for Abigail Spanberger, a centrist Democrat, former CIA officer, or you could vote for the Republican candidate, Winsome Earl Sears, I think is her name, who has based pretty much her entire campaign on hatred of trans people. So that choice seems pretty clear. If you live in California, I returned my ballot yesterday. There was only one thing to cast a vote on, and that was Proposition 50, to redistrict California's congressional districts to hopefully add 5 more Democrats to the House of Representatives to counter the mid-decade redistricting that Republicans did in Texas to try to add 5 more Republicans to the House of Representatives in furtherance of, in their total supplication, subservience, and submission to the globulous, corpulent protuberance Donald Trump and his efforts to steal the 2026 midterm elections relative to the House of Representatives, because he doesn't want to spend 2027 and 2028 getting impeached every other month for his rank corruption while in office, starting wars without authorization, any number of just blatantly illegal, dumb, stupid shit that he's been doing. So Republicans are trying to steal the House of Representatives by that kind of stuff. So vote yes on Proposition 50 if you're in California. If you are in New Jersey, you can also vote for governor. Mikey Sherrill, Democrat, former military, normal, centrist, middle of the road Democrat, or you can vote for Jack Schitterelli, who, is just a MAGA Republican, but he's loud and he's brash. And I'm sure that there are some Jersey men who view him as some kind of an alpha male. But, hopefully Dems go 4 for 4 tonight. And, that would send a message across the country if Democrats swept everything. It would wreck Donald Trump's the rest of his week. It would wreck the rest of his week. And so my hope is that Democrats go 4 for 4, just to ruin the rest of Donald Trump's week and to put him in a bad mood when he goes out this weekend to cheat at golf. So it's election day. Go vote. Thanks, everybody.
It's election day in America, and the eyes of the country and much of the world are fixed on New York City. In a sea of apathy and fatigue, something rare is happening. Zoran Mandani, a son of immigrants and a democratic socialist and a relentless advocate for ordinary people, is favored to win the mayoral race. His platform is not radical, it's rational. Affordable housing, fair wages, public transit that actually serves the public, and an end to the politics of cruelty. The problem is not that his ideas are extreme, it's that they're popular. And that scares the hell out of everyone who profits from the way things are. And when billionaires and party machines and media pundits suddenly link arms to oppose a single candidate, you should pay attention. When big money and institutional power devote themselves to ensuring one man's defeat, that should send chills down the spine of every American. Because what they fear isn't him, it's what he represents. Whether they say it on TV or not, Mamdani's platform is the future of the Democratic Party and of the nation itself. For decades, the ruling class has sold the illusion of stability, that if you work hard enough, you'll be fine. But now, even the people who believe that myth are watching it collapse. The wage gap to inflation is rising into sectors that were once shielded from the storm. Nurses and teachers and skilled laborers, electricians, paramedics, the backbone of the country, are burning out while their paychecks shrink in real time. We are becoming a nation where work no longer guarantees survival, and yet the conversation from those in power never changes. They still talk about personal responsibility and bootstraps while standing on the necks of the people who make their comfort possible. That's why affordability has become the new language of protest. When the cost of living devours the dignity of living, people start to question not their worth, but the system that told them their worth would save them. The people at the top have forgotten what struggle feels like. Or maybe they've convinced themselves that they never felt it at all. They call themselves self-made and lecture everyone else about hard work, but their empires were built on public roads and public schools and public bailouts and generations of cheap labor. They look down from those penthouse balconies and convince themselves that those below just didn't hustle enough. They see poverty as a choice because to admit it's a condition would force them to see their own reflection in it. And somewhere along the way, they made compassion a sin. So for everyone screaming about handouts and free money, let's be honest about the math of it. The average SNAP benefit for a household in this country, not an individual, a household, is less than $350 a month. It's about $11 a day to feed an entire family. So that's not luxury. That's barely survival. Yet people talk about it as if it's some government jackpot, as if mothers are out here living the high life on food stamps, and those same people drowning in credit card debt and car payments and mortgages they'll never own still look down on the poor as if they're some different species. They don't see that if you don't own what you have outright, you're not rich. You're just borrowing your place in line. It's just a shinier version of poverty, one with an interest rate. And along the way, America decided that help should come with humiliation, that if you need assistance, you must also surrender your dignity. So we police grocery carts, and we count the Oreos, and we mock the mother who buys cupcakes for her kid's birthday. We shake our heads if someone on Snap dares to get their nails done, or buys a Coke, or looks like they're enjoying their life at all. because the poor are supposed to look poor so everyone else can feel secure in knowing who's beneath them. And 42 million families are living under that microscope today. 42 million families who never wanted to be a part of this conversation, whose lives are being dissected by people who have never missed a meal. Poverty is not glamorous, I assure you. It's not a choice. It's the last option left after every other door has been shut and locked. The better thing to do, the decent thing, for those not living in it, is to shut the hell up and quietly eat your own Oreos, grateful that we live in a place that allows others to do the same. Because in the end, this is what the Mandami campaign is really about. The radical idea that people deserve joy, not judgment. That public policy should protect humanity, not perform cruelty. That working people deserve not just to survive, but to celebrate occasionally. A mother buying cupcakes with her EBT card isn't wasting your tax dollars. She's teaching her child that life is still worth living, worth celebrating once in a while. That even in a country that treats poverty like crime, love still finds a way to be sweet sometimes. That scares the hell out of the powerful more than any policy ever could. Because it means they haven't won. It means the human spirit still flickers somewhere beneath all the greed and the noise. So yes, it's election day in America. And the choice before us isn't just between candidates. It's between the politics of service and the politics of shame. Between a government that punishes the poor and one that dares to lift them. Between a nation run by power and a nation rebuilt by compassion. Zoran Mamdani stands at that fault line, but not as a saint, as a symbol. Proof that decency still terrifies the powerful. And everyone out there that is balancing bills and clipping coupons, working double shifts and paying with SNAP, and still finding a way to buy a birthday cake, know this. You are not the problem. You are proof that the system is failing you. The rest of us could all stand to learn something from your courage, and maybe, just maybe, stop talking and listen long enough to remember what it means to be human. Because at the end of the day, in this ever-deepening pool of chaos and tragedy, everyone deserves some goddamn cupcakes. Defiance till death.
All right, y'all, this is the day before our day. Our day is November the 4th, okay? This is your election day roll call. Please note, the dates and the elections that I'm telling you is what was originally scheduled. Please make sure that you check your state voting website. They will be able to confirm if these are still in place. If you've been seeing any type of campaigning going on, then this is still happening, okay? Also, these are for elections, all righty? So yes, I am aware of California's Prop 50. Vote for it. Vote for it. You hear me? Vote for that. Stop playing, all right? But here we go. These are all of the states and places that are supposed to have elections that are going on November the 4th. Please like, share so that people know and remember, just in case they forgot, that it is tomorrow. Additionally, I will be also trying to let you know when your polls will open and close. Just listen to the video, okay? It's going to be a little bit long. If you want to fast forward it through, go ahead and fast forward it through. It is really up to you. Starting off with Alabama, Elmore County general election. That's tomorrow. Arizona, local elections tomorrow. Chandler, special election tomorrow. That's in Arizona. Arizona, Gadsden Elementary School District recall election against Liliana Arroyo and them. Y'all know what's going on there? Okay, that's an election tomorrow. Maricopa County, special election. Mesa City Council District 2, recall election. Arizona, Tucson, general election is happening tomorrow. California, that's going to be the local election, statewide special elections, recall elections in Fairfax, and recall elections in Poway. Colorado, statewide coordinated general elections. Also recall elections, that's in Montrose County. School District 27J, special general election for District 6. Florida, you got the local elections, you got the recall elections, that's in Fort Myers Beach. You have Hialeah primary elections, that's in Hialeah. Miami general elections, special election in Miami. You got Orlando general elections as well. Georgia, you got the Atlanta general elections. Then you got the Atlanta Public Schools general election. Then you also have the GA statewide local elections, special statewide general elections. Iowa, Des Moines general election. Des Moines Public Schools general election. Also, Iowa local elections. In Idaho, Ada general elections. Boise general elections. You also have West Ada School District general elections that's happening. This is all tomorrow. Kansas, you have Circle Unified School District 375 general elections, 265 general elections, 261 general elections. That is in Circle, Goodard, Hayesville, and Mays Unified School District. That's 266, all right? Kansas, you got Topeka general elections. You have Wichita general elections. You have Wichita Public Schools general elections. Boston, you have Boston general elections. Mass, you also got Somerville, Mass, municipal elections. Maryland, Annapolis general elections. Maryland, Greenbelt, Maryland general elections. Maine, you have Maine statewide general elections. Michigan, Dearborn, general elections. Detroit, general elections. Lansing, general elections. Michigan, local elections as well. Minnesota, Anoka Hennepin, school district general election. Minneapolis, general elections. Minnesota, local elections. You also got the special general for Minnesota State Senate District 29. Same exact thing for District 47. Okay? Make sure y'all out there. St. Paul general elections is your time as well. Missouri, Jackson County, special elections 2 times. Mississippi, MSHD 2022, special general elections. House of Reps, District 26, special general elections. You got MSSD 01, MSSD 11, MSSD 19, MSSD 02. Mississippi State Senate District 24, Mississippi State Senate District 26, MSSD 44, MSSD 45. All of that is tomorrow. Make sure that y'all out there in mass, okay? Montana, Helena, general election. Montana, local elections. North Kakalaki, Charlotte, general elections. Durham, general elections. Greensboro, general elections. Guilford County, North Carolina, general elections. North Carolina, local elections. Nebraska, you got Morrill County recall elections. Valley recall elections. New Hampshire, Concord, general elections. Manchester School District general elections. You also have special general elections for New Hampshire House of Reps, COOs 5. Okay, that's COOs 5. You know what that is. Make sure that you out there. New Jersey, Newark special general election. Then you have the statewide general election. You have a special general election for New Jersey State Senate District 35. New Mexico, Albuquerque general election. Albuquerque Public Schools general election. New Mexico Steel general election. New Mexico local elections. You have Santa Fe general elections. New York, Bronx County special general elections. Kings County special general elections. New York statewide general elections. You have New York County special general elections. You have New York Civic Court, 9th Municipal Court special general elections. Same for New York State Assembly District 115, Queens County special general elections, Richmond County special general elections, okay? Ohio, Cleveland, special general elections for Cleveland. You also have special general election for educational services, special election for Dimmerling seat, and for the Jefferson School Board. And then you also have the Licking Regional Educational Service Center. That's all in Ohio. Still Ohio. You also got the general elections that's happening there. Oregon, Lynn County, Oregon special election, general election for Medford, Portland special election. Pennsylvania, Allegheny County special election. Pennsylvania statewide general election. Rhode Island, you got special primary for Providence City Council Ward 2 in Rhode Island. You also have Rhode Island local elections, Columbia. Now we're in South Carolina, okay? All of this is for tomorrow, all right? South Carolina, Columbia general elections, South Carolina local elections. You also have primary runoff elections for South Carolina House of Reps, District 21, District 88, District 98. You also have the South Carolina State Senate District 12. All tomorrow. Make sure that you're out there. Texas, special general election for Houston City Council at large position 4. You also have Klein ISD special elections for Louisville Independent School District at large place 6, Texas statewide general elections. You also have U.S. House Texas District 18, 9, Aspen Peak School District. Now we're in Utah. Aspen Peak School District special general elections happening. Salt Lake City general elections. Virginia, special general elections for Chesapeake Public Schools and Norfolk Public Schools Ward 3. We also have the statewide general elections. Washington State district general elections. You also have King County general elections, special elections, Lake Washington school general elections, Olympia general elections, Seattle general elections, special elections, Seattle Public Schools District 2, Spokane general elections, Spokane Public Schools general election, Spokane Public Schools districts 3 and 4, Washington local elections. You also have appellate court district 1, district 2, division 1, district 2, division 3, district 3. You also have district 33, 1 special elections, district 34, 1 special elections, 41, 1 special general elections, 48, 1 special general elections, state senate district 26, 33, 34, 48, and district 5. Wyoming general elections. Okay, that is all of the elections that are happening tomorrow. According to Ballotpedia, check your local voting site. Do you hear me? Now, when it comes down to what time do the polls open, okay? Really quickly, I'm going to go through it for you as much as possible with the time that's going on right now. Polls open at 6 a.m. in these states: Arizona, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, and Virginia. They open at 6 in the morning, okay? Open at 6:30 in these states, all their local time, okay? North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. Polls open at 7 a.m. in these states: Alabama, Alaska, California, Colorado, Delaware, D.C., Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Kansas, Maryland, Mass, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Okay? Polls open at 7:30 in Arkansas. Polls open at 8 a.m. in Idaho and Nebraska. Nebraska Central Time, by the way. Okay? Timing varies in New Hampshire, Tennessee, and Washington State, and in North Dakota, and in Vermont. That is your voting roll call. Tomorrow is voting day. Make sure that you have your IDs. Make sure that you know where you're supposed to vote. And make sure that your voice is heard. Like, share, comment.